The Wallace Police Department is looking for answers in a murder that happened in the middle of a power outage from a strong storm.
And it wasn't the only murder that happened that same day in 2015, leaving the victim's family and detectives puzzled. The shooting death of 25-year-old Michael Lamb remains unsolved.
Man been shot. He's laying right here. I work for Duke-County.
A day that started with a strong storm in Wallace.
The lights were out because it had been storming all day.
Turned into a storm of chaos for the Wallace Police Department and a nightmare for Rosetta Lamb on October 4th, 2015.
I was in the bed asleep, and my son got a phone call after 11 p.m.
Lamb says earlier that night her nephew Michael Lamb had gone to the Fast Lane convenience store on NC 41 and saw a Duke Energy employee working on the power line.
Standing on the back of his truck, working on the power line right here, and Michael had parked his girlfriend's car right over there. And Michael was just standing up here, just carrying on the general conversation with him.
That was the last conversation Michael ever had.
A man down been shot. Come now. Where is he at? On the ground in front of me.
Detective Eric Short with Wallace Police says Michael was shot around 10:30 p.m.
Witnesses say that an unknown black male approached our victim and basically stated that the suspect fired 2 shots. The Duke Energy employee seeked cover, so he was unable to see anything.
Rosetta says she drove to the scene as soon as she heard.
It was also raining that Sunday night, I'll never forget it. And to see the puddle of blood on the ground where my nephew was laying, dying, and there's nothing you can do but ask why.
She says Michael was well known in the community.
Michael was fun, very charming, outgoing, a people person. Never met a stranger.
She says she doesn't know why someone would do this, but says it was not random.
Oh, it was definitely targeted. I mean, it was executioner style.
Detective Short says they are following several leads in the case.
Investigators learned early in the case of a white Impala, possibly a vehicle involved.
He also says something happened 2 days earlier that could be connected.
The 2nd of October 2015, there were some vehicle break-ins in Pender-County, which some items were stolen that could be of interest in this case.
Short says they are also looking into a possible motive.
Investigators can't rule out at this time if money was a possible motive. Investigators know that he received a settlement check.
But there's something that made this investigation a little more complicated.
There was another homicide that happened that morning. The State Bureau of Investigation was here assisting the first murder. Resources were really exhausted for the day.
And I had said to him, I said, you be careful, did you hear about that first murder? He was like, yeah, that was my close friend, but he said, I'm not worried about nothing.
Investigators initially thought the 2 murders were connected, but now say they are not. Now, almost 4 years have passed, and his family just wants answers, especially for Michael's daughters.
How do you explain to a child that you're never going to see your father again?
But she hopes one day they all get to see justice.
For the way it was so brutal. They meant to take life. So I want justice served. And whoever did this or whoever planned it, the person or people in the car, the getaway car, I want them all. I want justice for Michael.
Closure to end the storm. The murder that remains unsolved. Wallace Police Chief James Creighton says that Giovanni West was convicted of killing his uncle, Walter West, that morning in the first homicide. But again, they do not think the 2 murders are connected. If you know anything about Lamb's murder, please call the Wallace Police Department.
Wow, how bizarre. 2 murders in one day.
And not connected as far as we know.